My name is Teresa Crosier, and I'm an acupuncturist and an herbalist. I'm also a daughter and a granddaughter. I'm a mother and a grandmother, and I'm a teacher. I've written a book called Opening to Wisdom because there were a lot of things happening in my life that felt like my life was falling apart, and I wasn't able to cope with all of the changes that were happening. And I knew that I needed to do something different. So I went to a week-long silent meditation retreat. All of the events that really have helped to shape my life, good and bad, came up during that retreat. And what I found was each time I was going through something dramatic, that what did work for me was being in nature and going back to the teachings of my grandmother. There's so many people in my life as a practitioner that come to me and they recognize that there's a connection between their illness and their life. So when we're going through changes, sometimes it feels really overwhelming. But if we mimic nature in our changes, then we can go through each stage as if we were planting a garden. When you're weeding, you're trying to get everything from the roots. And the reason that you're trying to get it from the roots is so it doesn't come back, it doesn't choke out the other plants when you finally plant your seeds. It's important because it's how I live my life. I always draw from my life experiences because I don't think we can teach what we don't know. During the summers, I would go and stay with my grandmother. My time with her was always, it was connected to nature. It was always connected to nature. She gardened. She had a really lush garden, and I would follow her around in her garden, and she would just tell me about the plants. And it's very aromatic and tasty. And then that's licorice over here. And the root is used for harmonizing herbal formulas. What I want the reader to do is to recognize that life is a gradual process and that we can't necessarily plan everything that's going to happen in our lives. Like if I have plants that don't seem to be thriving, I ask myself, where in my life am I not thriving? What I do in the book is I give different exercises so that they can relate more on a personal level with what's going on for them and how that relates to where they are in the process of gardening. My grandmother has been the biggest inspiration in my life, even though there have been other people along the way that have helped to guide me. It's my grandmother's voice that I always hear.